Come with us on a trip down memory lane as we examine in detail how the 1960s became the muscle car's golden era. A muscle car is a phrase usually used to describe high-performance American coupes, usually, but not limited to, with rear-wheel drive and fitted with a large displacement V8 engine. These new kids on the block were manufactured with a focus on three major features: power, style, and affordability. As a result, muscle cars became popular with young drivers in the mid-1960s. It's safe to say that the 60s roared with the unmistakable rumble of muscle cars. These cars defined power, style, and perhaps rebellion, while creating a lasting icon of American culture. They came at an interesting and strategic junction in America's history. Now, to truly capture the essence of the muscle car era, let's dive into some key models that defined it. Each car brought something unique to the road, whether it was raw power, racing capacity, or a bold design that left a mark on the hearts of car lovers. 1969, Ford Mustang Mach-1. The 1969 Ford Mustang Mach-1 emerged as an instant icon, showcasing Ford's intent to blend style with serious power. As a high-performance variant of the Mustang, the Mach-1 featured a variety of engine options, including the powerful 428 Cobra Jet V8, which generated 335 horsepower and could hit 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. What set the Mach-1 apart was its unique design, which embodied the aggressive styling trends of the late 60s. The car featured bold matte black hood detailing, hood pins, and reflective striping along its sleek body lines. It also offered a sports roof and rear window louvers, lending it a really cool look. Ford's Mustang was great, but so was Shelby's. The 1966 Shelby Mustang GT350. This car took the Mustang's early success and amplified it with Carroll Shelby's racing expertise. Designed with speed and agility in mind, the GT350 came equipped with a modified 289 cubic inch AV8 engine, producing up to 306 horsepower, along with a variety of performance tweaks that set it apart from the standard Mustang. It could hit 60 miles per hour in just over 6 seconds, a crazy pace for its time, and offered a wonderful driving experience. Shelby's Mustang was instantly recognizable with its racing stripes and a lightweight design that made it a perfect blend of power and precision. Carroll Shelby's modifications brought in competition-ready features like a lowered suspension and high-performance brakes. But the 1964 Pontiac GTO was the GOAT. 1964 Pontiac GTO. This car is often hailed as the one that started it all, coining the term muscle car as it rolled off production lines in 1964. Pontiac's chief engineer, John DeLorean, had the ambitious idea to drop a massive V8 engine into a mid-size car, producing a staggering 348 horsepower and 428 pound-feet of torque. With a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of under 7 seconds, the GTO's performance captured the nation's imagination and set a high bar. The GTO badge stood for Gran Turismo Omologato, hinting at its European-inspired design and performance, though it was all American muscle. It came with a Hurst shifter, distinctive hood scoops, and wide tires, but what truly set the GTO apart was its accessibility. For the first time, serious horsepower was available to the everyday driver, starting an obsession with high-performance cars that gave that dose of adrenaline. 1967 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. The Camaro was Chevrolet's response to Ford's Mustang, and it was a loud response. All the Camaros were great, but the Z/28 was the most famous, and for good reasons. It took this beast only 7 seconds to get to 60 miles per hour and to reach the quarter mile, 14.9 flimsy seconds. It could also reach a top speed of 120 miles per hour. This was a huge deal back then because the Z/28 was a car designed to be race-ready. So what made this vehicle roar? The high-performance 4.9-liter V8 lying beneath its hood was its secret weapon. This engine produced 290 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque, and paired to a 4-speed Muncie close-ratio manual transmission, a 12-bolt rear axle, and a limited slip differential posit traction, it was simply unstoppable. The wheels were 14 inches wide. Its exterior came with wide racing stripes on the hood and trunk lid. But the best part is that the Z/28 was not only powerful, it was super stylish, and anyone who drove on top of the world. Ford couldn't even match its style until 1969. The next car is the 1968 Chevrolet Nova SS. The 1968 Chevrolet Nova was the real definition of a muscle car. The biggest possible engine was put in the smallest car possible. And can you imagine how affordable it was in the 60s for its qualities? Although this car was always positioned beneath the Camaro, which was a sister product under the same brand, it was built with some of the strongest engines, the ZL 350 V8. It featured having a structure more rigid than the Camaro, and even had a stunning look. The 1968 model was transformed from a sleek option to a performance package, and it was definitely one of the iconic muscle cars of its time. Then, finally, the Dodger. 1969 Dodge Charger RT. Bold, aggressive, and remarkable, the 1969 Dodge Charger RT took the muscle car image to new heights. With its wide stance, dramatic front grille, and iconic Coke bottle curves, the Charger was a statement piece and a performance powerhouse. The RT, road or track model, came equipped with a monstrous 440 Magnum V8 engine, cranking out 375 horsepower, with an option for a 426 Hemi that boosted it to a jaw-dropping 425 horsepower. The Charger RT was as fast as it looked, boasting a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 6.5 seconds, along with a commanding exhaust note. Its aesthetics, with hidden headlights, wide rear haunches, and a long, sloping roofline, made it an excellent choice for the drag strip and streets. Dodge designed it to showcase a menacing aura, and it became an icon in pop culture, appearing in movies and TV shows that cemented its legacy. Enough talk about the specs of these automobiles. Let's look at their cultural influence. These cars not only made their mark on the hearts of enthusiasts, but also on the entertainment scene. They had a deeper cultural impact on American culture, appearing in movies, TV shows, and music. You know the saying, "Nothing good lasts forever." Well, this can be applied to the muscle car era of the 1960s. The dream didn't last forever. The golden era of muscle cars came to an abrupt slowdown in the early 1970s as external factors reshaped the automotive industry. One of the biggest impacts came from environmental and regulatory changes. The 1970 Clean Air Act imposed stricter emission standards that automakers struggled to meet without sacrificing power, forcing manufacturers to reduce horsepower and engine sizes. The thrill and raw energy that defined muscle cars became harder to achieve under these new rules, and consumer interest began to reduce. Gas prices skyrocketed, and fuel shortages meant that high-powered, low-mileage cars were no longer practical. Drivers turned toward fuel-efficient vehicles, a market where muscle cars simply could not compete. The 1960s will always be remembered as the golden era of muscle cars. Today, these cars continue to capture the hearts of enthusiasts and collectors, celebrated as classic icons of American culture. We've come to the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we did making it. If you think the muscle car legacy is fascinating, check out our other videos. Kindly comment on your favorite muscle cars, including those they weren't listed. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in our next video.